November 2016 marks the beginning of the SRA's new approach to continuing competence. The new regulations have created some uncertainty. I'm Gary Yantin, Director of Best Practice at VinciWorks, and this is an overview of the VinciWorks Continuing Competence module. The module educates solicitors on the requirements, guides users through the process of creating a structured learning plan, and provides firms with oversight and confidence that all staff are in compliance. So, what are the SRA's requirements for continuing competence? Under the previous system, the Solicitors Regulation Authority, the SRA, focused on the process and length of training, but they did not emphasise whether this process actually resulted in competent solicitors. That has now changed. Under the new approach, there's no longer a prescribed number of learning hours. Instead, the SRA outlines a four-step process. The solicitor must reflect on their practice to identify their learning and development needs, plan how to address those needs, actually address these needs through formal and informal learning, and finally, record and evaluate learning and development activities. Let's take a look at how the VinciWorks Continuing Competence module facilitates this four-step process. Right now, I'm logging into the VinciWorks system as a solicitor with the goal of planning my learning and development needs in line with the SRA's new approach. Step number 1 is reflect on the competence statement. So this is the stage where solicitors need to evaluate their practice and identify learning gaps. This is usually done during a performance evaluation session. The system provides a number of resources to guide this process. There's a link directly to the SRA's competence statement, which is also customizable to include any internal documents that you may want for your firm. There's a link to a 10-minute course that explains the changes to the CPD in more detail, and links to other resources on continuing competence. Once the reflection phase is complete, I can tick the box that I've considered the SRA competence statement. Now this adds a note to my record that I've completed step 1. The second step is to plan your learning needs. These are the plans that have emerged from my reflection session. These can be added freeform or selected from a pop-up list. This list is taken directly from the SRA competence statement, but any firm can modify the list to address needs that they have in-house. Our entire system is designed to be customizable to suit internal development goals. Once you select these needs, the system immediately adds them to your learning record. Now on to step 3, actually addressing the learning needs. Throughout the year, I can consult my learning plan and quickly record any learning that I do against my plan. Each need provides space for reflection, where I jot down what I've learnt, how that will help me in my practice, and whether there are any next steps to consider. And finally, at the end of the year, you have to make an annual declaration by ticking this box. As you can see, the system makes this process as simple and painless as possible for the solicitor. Now, let's log in as an administrator and see how the system allows you to monitor your employees' learning plans. Here's the administrator view. From here, I can get a clear sense of how my firm's learning plans are progressing. For each user, I can see, have they reflected on their practice, how many needs they've identified, how many needs they've met, and who has made their annual declaration. You can also check people's individual progress on their learning goals. For example, here's Josh Goodhart, who I know is a junior person on my team, and I can see he has only one goal. So I can go into his record and notice that his learning plan for 2015 is not robust, so I can add learning for him. Monitoring compliance under the new approach is more complex and nuanced. The system gives administrators the confidence that staff understand the new regulations and are in compliance. With the VinciWorks Continuing Competence module, solicitors benefit from a simple, straightforward process, and administrators benefit from the peace of mind that their firm is compliant.